Whitlock, he's Marcellus Wiley. I've been to your house. That dude.
Yes, sir.
I want to speak for yourself. The most fearless show in sports. Coming up, we'll tell you if Jim Harbaugh just revealed he's clueless about the NCAA. And in about 30 minutes, I'm going to tell you why LeBron James is stirring the pot again. And maybe not for the best reasons. But we start today with the Cowboys. You ever see the movie Kramer versus Kramer, Marcellus?
Ooh, old school.
It's a classic about divorce and child custody. It starred Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep, a real tearjerker. But it did far more than tug at your heartstrings. It made you think about gender roles in a marriage and what's really important in life. Kind of like all the drama surrounding the Dallas Cowboys and new contracts. America's team is a new hit movie, Cowboy versus Cowboy, starring Zeke Hoffman and Dak Street. The salary cap is the baby they're fighting over. At one time, Dak and Zeke were the perfect couple.
Yeah.
They were Barack and Michelle, Kim and Kanye, Jay and Bay, me and Tamron Hall.
Not.
But now, this is headed toward John and Lorena Bobbitt, Sonny and Cher, Ike and Tina.
Ooh.
Me and Tamron Hall's Twitter DMs.
Ooh.
Ice cold, baby. Ice. All right, people can't see the big picture yet. It's like in the early scenes of Kramer versus Kramer. You couldn't see where the movie was really going. You couldn't see all the points it would make and the gigantic plot twist at the end. But the ingredients are there. Cowboys president Stephen Jones laid down some additional plot points yesterday when he claimed the running back market reset when Le'Veon Bell signed his new deal with the Jets. Jones's point is that Zeke should ignore the money Todd Gurley got and accept the fact that even after sitting out an entire season, Bell had to accept a lesser deal than Gurley's. Here's what Stephen Jones misses. Zeke has more leverage than Le'Veon. Bell's Pittsburgh holdout failed because Ben Roethlisberger can stand on his own 2 feet without Le'Veon Bell. The same cannot be said confidently of Dak Prescott. I've been repeating myself for the past month. Zeke is in a contract dispute with Dak, not Jerry or Stephen Jones. This is Cowboy versus Cowboy. Go look at the running backs playing alongside the $30 million quarterbacks. Can you name the running backs for these quarterbacks? Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan? See, when they pay you $30 million, they're saying you don't need Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, or Melvin Gordon in the backfield. Does Dak need Zeke? Did Sonny need Cher? Did Ike need Tina? Did we or did we not find out at the conclusion of Kramer versus Kramer that that little boy needed his daddy more than his mama? Dak Prescott is Meryl Streep. Zeke is going to hold out until Zach walks his ass into Jerry's office and admits he'll take $27 or $28 million a year so the Cowboys can pay Zeke what he's worth. Seen this movie before. I know how it ends. All right, joining the desk now are Fox Sports NFL analyst Reggie Bush and TJ Houshmandzadeh. Marcellus, I'll start with you. Does Dak give Zeke more leverage than Le'Veon Bell had?
No, not even close. Let's just not even close. Let's just break this down. Let's break this down to the elements. Zeke has no leverage on his own. You can't walk into somebody's office and say, "Hey, I'm on a rookie deal, but I'm great." They're like, "And?" A lot of rookies out here great. Matter of fact, a guy who had his first year starting is the MVP of this league, and no new contract over there. So you can't walk in there just saying that, as Zeke has tried to say. That's why he doesn't have a contract. Now you try to pair him with Dak and say, well, Dak needs me. That's why I have leverage. To the tune of Le'Veon Bell? No. In this fight, he is not selling fear. Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones are trying to play this the nice way, but behind closed doors, they're laughing. You know why? Because you're not Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was on his second franchise tag. And by the rules, he was allowed to go to the free market if he missed that year. Cost him money, facts. Lost money in the process, but was allowed to become a free agent and got less than the offered deal from Pittsburgh. Ezekiel still has 2 years and 2 franchise tags remaining. I'm going to tell you this again. If you don't play this year, Zeke, and Jerry Jones knows this, you you'll roll this over to next year. And that $3 million you're going to get this year is going to be the $3 million you're going to get next year. And if you don't want to play that year, the next year. This will not start until you accrue another season. You're not 1 year removed from the free agency market. So you trying to sell me fair, but I'm not buying it. He has to come back.
He has a hostage, Marcellus.
No, he has to come back before the 10th game.
He got a hostage.
Ooh,
he got Zeke. He got Dak. If I go, he goes too. That's what he said.
And you know what?
If I go, he goes too.
And Stephen Jones already answered that. He said, we'll play out Dak this year. Maybe let him go to the free agency market. He'll be back here with that star on his helmet at a reduced price. There's no fear to sell here. I hate to be the guy that's just sticking to the rules because the spirit in me wants them to get paid right now. But you can't enforce this.
Well, they've already viewed Dak as their franchise quarterback. So by those standards, then they're gonna pay him, right? Because they believe, he's the quarterback of the future, right? But to your question, I do believe Dak gives Zeke more leverage because Zeke makes Dak better, not the other way around, right? And so Dak struggles throughout the season. So out of 10 games last year,
they were 3-4 before they got Amari Cooper.
Got it.
Dak Prescott was completing 62% of his passes. He went above 70% with Amari Cooper. And so
I'm gonna let you finish, but I want to answer you and Marcel.
How you gonna let him finish and you ain't let him finish? I just want to know how that works.
I'll finish later. Go ahead. And so
I'm gonna let you finish, but I want to answer you and Marcel.
How you gonna let him finish and you ain't let him finish? I just want to know how that works.
I'll finish later. Go ahead.
I want to get my point in. You know what? Because you know what Dak is?
Oh,
he's that Christmas present you get that requires batteries.
Oh, hell no. That's tomorrow.
And you get on Christmas, and it's like, Mama, you didn't get the batteries. You gotta wait for the
Ezekiel Elliott and Amari Cooper, the batteries.
On the battery. He takes 2 batteries.
Okay.
You gotta have Dak, you gotta have Zeke and Amari. And again, you take the batteries away, and it
ain't working.
Struggle. And so to your point, because in the case of Big Ben and Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben can still win games and produce without Le'Veon.
But you
and
gotta think about this, though.
You can plug it in.
That's a bad.
DCAC.
That's a bad comparison. Big Ben is because Big Ben has established himself. Dak Prescott is going into his 4th year.
TJ.
Big Ben was established.
Respond to my point.
And Big Ben has his money
I ran
already.
through the $30 million quarterback.
Yeah.
Name who's Russell Wilson's running back? Thank you.
I'm not. That's one point.
Who's Aaron Rodgers?
I can tell you.
Who's Aaron Rodgers running
I can
back?
tell
all of them.
I can tell you Russell Wilson has Chris Carson and Rashad Penny. I can tell you the rest, but no namers right now.
The $30 million quarterbacks, Matt Ryan has Devontae Freeman, who kind of fell off. But again, Devontae Freeman is friends, top 4. He's nice. I get him. But the $30 million quarterbacks, the ways the system sets up, you don't get Zeke. You don't get Le'Veon Bell.
Right.
You don't get Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
And so when you give this man $30 million, you say he don't need batteries.
But the Cowboys,
he
needs batteries. He got batteries.
Well, look, I
on
know,
the outside.
Look, we all up here opining, but we're not sticking to the facts strictly. Let's be real. Stephen Jones has already said we gave Dak an offer that is top 5 in terms of annual
He's not
value.
even top 5 in his position.
Boom. So that means you have a minimum offer of 32 annually. Dak wants more than that.
You believe that?
Mark,
I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that.
What I would push back
if he offered that, contract should be signed, sealed, delivered.
And I just think there's ways to play with the numbers to say top 5. Is it in guaranteed money?
Incentives to be earned.
First year, 2, blah, blah. There's ways to play with that money.
But he said it for all 3 guys. You don't think one of those guys would push back?
Only one of them is worthy of top 5 money.
We get that, but I'm saying we can't keep going on this. Dak needs to take less when Dak maybe
the
just
Cowboys are making it clear, Marcellus, this man needs to take $28 million. They're making it crystal. And if I'm Zeke, you don't see me until that man Dak goes in and says, get this man his money.
Dak got to get his money first before he says anything for somebody else.
That's what doesn't make sense to me. Stephen Jones has been on record and has been very adamant and very transparent about how he feels about this contract negotiation. Why would he stop short now and give us some fluff numbers and cook the books and then knowing that he could get pushback from the very subjects he's talking about? That's my point. So I think he's already given as much as he wants to give.
If he has top 5 money on the table and he's not signing this, Dak Prescott has bad representation.
Yeah, he tripping.
Period.
Yeah, him and Amari both need to sign a contract.
We're going to get to that later in the show.
Yeah,
I do think he got bad advice. All right, but stick around. Later in the show, we'll give you our latest approval ratings for Ezekiel Elliott. And Uncle Jimmy will tell us what he thinks of Zeke. And jump on Twitter right now to vote on what you think Zeke's approval rating should be. We'll reveal it later in the show. Also coming up, Jim Harbaugh just took a shot at players who set out bowl games. We'll tell you if he's way off base or actually onto something. Next! Don't forget to check us out on the Fox Sports Channel.